Welcome traders to this video where we're going to be interviewing a new funded trader who has actually made it to their level 2 account. First off, tell me where you're trading from and how long you've been trading for in the market.
Yeah, brilliant. So I've been trading for about 8 years now.
Okay.
So yeah, around about 8 years. I'm actually based in Hertfordshire. So I'm from Hertfordshire, UK.
Right, so you've got a lot of experience then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Within the markets, yeah. Good and bad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Which markets have you traded in? Is it mostly Forex, or have you messed around with any of the markets? Or
Good question. I've dabbled in quite a few. So my entry into trading started from futures.
okay,
Then from futures, I ended up, with currencies, and then I've traded oil, commodities, gold, and S&P as well. So indices in at large.
right, okay. And then I take it you've transferred those skills or how you traded in those markets into Forex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
precisely. I mean, I think it was actually it was beneficial for me to kind of dabble in different markets,
yeah,
because I've just found that over time my edge, or I don't know, the way that I like to trade just kind of works better with currencies more than other type of asset classes, personally. So with currencies at the moment, it's just my main focus moving forward.
okay. And
Yeah.
have you traded with other prop firms before, or just use your own capital? Or
Yes, so yeah, I have traded with quite a few prop firms in the past, and I'd have to say it wasn't a good experience at all. The
okay,
reason why I say that is because, I mean, when I started early on, it was just the idea of being a prop firm. I did have experience in a in-house prop shop in London. And was
right,
taken under the wing by someone. So I had that real experience after leaving that company. Shortly after, there was a lot more online firms, prop firms, and
yeah,
different other companies. But generally speaking, it seemed that the interest was based or more so on the company rather than the traders. So the conditions weren't really conducive for maybe all styles of traders. And yeah, so I've had a few experience, but in the past, and I can say that they weren't all very positive at all.
okay, yeah. I mean, prop trading in general is a fairly new phase, and there's many providers that have recently come to the game. We've been going just around 1 year, so it is a very relatively new thing. But how have you found the experience with trading our account then? The conditions on the account, your actual experience using the account, is it all been okay? Or
Yeah, it's been positive. Honestly, it's
yeah,
been positive. I mean, since day one, I said, um, you know, I was actually kind of happy. I mean, well, 4 to 5 years ago or 8 years ago, there wasn't really much competition in
yeah,
the online prop shop space. So I came across yourselves, I would say probably 9 months ago,
right,
and looked at your conditions, looked at the reviews, and it was just really simple. I
yeah,
think I only had to email in a couple of times just to get an understanding of what you guys did, and that was literally it. And I just cracked on from there. But the one of the main things that stood out for me with you guys is, one, your spreads are phenomenal.
yeah,
Um,
very low, yeah,
Phenomenal spreads, even better than some of the brokers I use for with my own capital to trade.
yeah,
And
yeah,
secondly, your what you provide in terms of the conditions to trade as well. So, I think the 3 month, the 90 days, sorry, condition for that initial first stage and just getting across it is very beneficial as well, because again, different types of traders styles as well, you can adapt to that period rather than just a 30-day kind of expiry, and that's it. But yeah,
yeah,
it's been
yeah.
very positive for yourself so far.
Well, I think actually looking at the performance statistics, I'm pretty sure I think we gave you a little bit longer on the level 1 account
Yeah.
to actually reach that profit target. But most of the growth, you can see my screen, can't you? Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, so but basically most of the growth occurred sort of on the later part, pretty recently, really.
Yeah.
If we have a look at some of the statistics, profit factor well above 2, which is I would say right up there in the highest profit factor within pretty much all traders. So it is really good to see. And risk to reward ratio is pretty phenomenal, really. Um,
Yeah.
what would you say your main trading style is? Is it long term, short term, or how do you go about finding your trading setups?
It's a good question. So I would say I don't really like to class myself into any type of box
Yeah,
or style,
yeah,
but specifically I'm a short-term swing trader. So essentially I would hold trades when necessary for, or my trades expire, within kind of 2 to 3 days.
okay,
My main focus, how I trade, is just basically at areas of value. So high liquidity points and just or turning points in the market. And that's what I just focus on, getting in and getting out. So I just focus on a daily chart as my main signal chart, and then my entry chart is the 15-minute time frame where I kind of get a fine-tuned entry and with good risk reward.
okay. So you go down to the 15 minute.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so is there like a strict trading plan that you have in place that you follow? When you're finding these setups and these trades, do you have like a routine, or is it just about finding I don't know, like maybe a breakout, or what how do you go about actually placing the trade?
Yeah, so I do have a strict trading plan. I
Yeah,
mean, probably I'll say the strict part of my trading plan is the risk management
yeah,
and when I trade. So I found that, I've been testing different days of when I trade, and I find that trading between Wednesday and Fridays are my most profitable periods of time. So I tend
okay,
to
that's
try and,
interesting.
and trade within that period of time rather than a Monday and a Tuesday. But
Yeah,
generally speaking, yeah, I do have a specific trading plan that I follow and try to follow strictly.
okay, cool. And yeah, I mean, it all looks really good. All I can see, stop losses, take profits in place. Although here, there's one trade here missing stop loss, Euro CAD. Um,
Yes, I do remember that day, actually, that specific trade.
yeah,
Um, it was, I think, because I use a, what do you call it? I've got an EA that helps me just calculate my lot sizes, and I drag and drop.
right.
So that specific day, I must have dragged and dropped, but it didn't fill in the
Yeah,
necessary details. So as soon as I saw it, I just closed the trade out
I think it
and
was
just
open
like,
for like 20 minutes. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So it
yeah,
was a
yeah,
close one there.
yeah, yeah. We can see that you all the rest of the trades have all got take profits, stop losses. It's a basic thing, but a lot of traders skip it. They might not place the stop loss or the take profit, but they're so important. And as I say, they're very basic, but just to see them in there and calculated, because you need to understand how much you're risking on a trade and how much reward's going to be
100%.
on a trade. Obviously, you can manage it, close it early, but those levels need to be in play. And obviously, because you are managing live capital, it's always important to make sure that risk is small. But we can see, the average loss and also the biggest loss is minuscule, really, on this kind of account.
Yeah.
You did sign up. I think this is the largest package.
Yeah.
This is your new account now.
Yeah.
So obviously, you're managing a fair amount of funds now, and it's just a case of getting to that next level. You're a level 2 trader now, so you
Yeah.
can withdraw the profits at any time. um if you do want to reward yourself, a certain week, maybe you can withdraw it, or you can leave the profits compound to allow that extra room, that breathing space to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And yeah, I definitely can see you get into level 3.
Yeah.
Would you say his favorite instrument to trade, or
I don't no, not
because I can see
specifically, to
many
be honest.
pairs?
Yeah, I literally just wherever the setup occurs, I would just take it. That's it, rather than specifically focusing on in quote a favorite pair kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways. I've seen profitable traders trade 20 pairs, but I think for the most part, the circles that I've actually traded in my personally throughout
Yeah.
my trading career, a lot of the traders that are managing serious money, like, you know, 7 figures plus, they have narrowed down the amount of pairs that are looking at,
Okay.
just purely on the basis of understanding and currency, and you know, not getting too you know, losing track of focus of, you know, and they're just sort of honing on a couple of pairs, 2 or 3 usually, and really do. But you know, everyone's got their different styles
Sure,
and
sure.
habits, and yeah. So just to finish up then, what would you say your long-term goals are? Is it to continue in growing prop firms, prop accounts, or is it to become a personal professional trader, or what would you say your long-term goal is?
Yeah, I'd say both really. To become a professional trader as well, and to also just grow a prop account with yourselves to the seven figure mark.
Yeah,
And just yeah, just continue a good journey from there.
yeah, I definitely think you can, if you just continue the way that you have been doing, keep the losses, you know, relatively small, and yeah, I think you'll definitely make it.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, I'm happy to leave it there. Let you crack on with your evening, and if you,
Brilliant. Crack on as usual.
yeah, definitely. All right,
Brilliant. Thanks for
I'll
your
leave it
time.
there. Yeah, thank
Lovely.
you, and you. All right,
Have a good night.
and you. Cheers. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.